Hello, everybody. This is the Dungeon Guru. And if you're here joining me again, thank you so much. We're going to jump right back into it. We are entering into the kind of third main core phase of the game. And this is the hunt phase. And this is the phase where the, brave survivors are going to leave the protection of the settlement and they're going to go out to hunt a monster in an effort to bring the food that, the food and resources that the settlement needs to persist back. And as we do each hunt, we will learn a little bit more and a little bit more about this environment that we find ourselves in. And so this is how we set it up. You have to come to the Showdown story event, and basically this is the important part. These E's are events that are unique to the white lion. So they're white lion hunt events. And then this little icon here is where you put the lion, depending on if you're fighting a level 1, a level 2, or a level 3 lion. And each of those different types of lions would have different movement, toughness, other attributes, and additional kind of status cards that would augment the fight in certain ways. But for now, we're not going to worry about any of this because we are here. We are currently attempting to track our quarry and survive the this this dystopian nightmare kind of place that we find ourselves in. So position 1, 2, and 5 are going to be 1, 2, and 5 are going to be lion hunt events. It is highly unlikely that we will need to progress through the overwhelming darkness. So, oh, see, I've already buggered it. So let me just reshuffle. I need to pick it up face down. What did I say? I've already forgotten. 1, 1, 2, and 5. Okay. And 3, 4, 5. I doubt that we even need that one because I think the fight will most likely trigger. So actually, hold on, let's do it correctly. These are those. Okay. Now this probably doesn't matter. These are usually almost always random hunt events, but to show you kind of how it works, we're going to take one of these random events and then one of these random events, and we're going to put them here, and then we're going to put the lion here, right? Okay, and now we're going to choose one of our survivors to investigate these hunt events as we travel toward the lion, as we get closer to beginning a showdown with the lion. So, this is Uther. Oh, I need to, okay. I was trying to figure out what was going on there. Illidan needs to be established as this is the model. Okay, let's move him back over here. Oh, and I need to take this and actually establish it here so that it passes through. Okay. And now I will see that that is Illidan. Okay. So Illidan will take the first step forward, and we will see the White Lion Club. The survivors find a white lion cub. They may choose to slay the cub. If they do, each survivor gains one random basic resource, and the event revealer rolls on the table below. I always kill the cub because it's for, It's 4 resources. That's too good to pass up. I always kill the cub. So we're gonna shuffle this. We're gonna hit the 4 button to draw 4. We're gonna hit F to flip it, and I'm just gonna kind of I'm just gonna put them like this. Those are the resources that we got. Lots of hide. Lots of hide. We've got lots of hide. I need some not hide. And then, okay, back to this. We need to roll on the table and see what happens. It's a 4. The father lion shows up. Begin the showdown immediately. So, boop, something like that. Okay. I'm going to take and I'm going to put these gents right here. I'm going to grab you. We're going to do this. Okay. Normally the hunt process is a little bit longer, but in this case it was short. And, you know, sometimes that happens. Shuffle that. We're going to grab these two. We're going to put them down. Okay. And now I'm going to actually pull these off the board because I'm a little scared. I think I can do this, and I can do setup, showdown, level 1 lion, confirm. And I hope this doesn't break the whole thing. Look at that! We've done it! We've done it! Alright, okay. And presumably, let me flip this to make sure. Oh, what? Oh, okay, my things are still there. Okay. Should have, this is the check you always do. There should be 10 cards in this pile, and you can hit F1 to see, and you do have 10 cards. This is set it up perfectly. Now, we don't have to stay in this configuration. If we consult the hunt thing here, we can see that this blue diamond is actually our legal spaces. It essentially forms this diamond around the monster where it will start. And then it automatically gave us our this is kind of how you would set up the showdown phase. You get 2 tall grass tiles from the 1 tall grass terrain card, and then you also get 2 additional random terrain cards, which if you look, you can see that we have the, this is like the long pillar, or the toppled pillar, and then we also have these little tiny stone columns, right? And so for the most part, you know, these are just to add a little bit of flavor. But the tall grass is very important, actually. Very, very important, especially on the line fight. On any fight, you get it, actually. The tall grass gives survivors that are in the tall grass, right? So right now, Valera is in the tall grass. They get +2 evasion. And additionally, you can spend an action and you can remove a priority token from yourself if you hide in the tall grass. And then you won't be marked as a threat until you attack or until you move out of the tall grass. So this is honestly really really handy, and we're gonna definitely take advantage of it. Now the stone columns, these are not very useful, so we're gonna move these away. Right, I don't really care about these. 4 spaces away from each other. Let's see. And I really don't want them to get in my way, right? That would be even worse. All of the terrain. Okay, that's 4 spaces there. Okay, so this is how I like to set up the tall grass. I like to put my tank in the tall grass and try and stay there. Doesn't always work, right? But try and stay there. What is the limitations? 5 spaces away from the monster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm just gonna put it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, not that. Okay, I'm gonna put it there. That's fine. That's fine. And 4 and 4, and then I think this is, what is this? 4 spaces away from tall grass. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be my secondary patch of tall grass, and then that person could be in tall grass. This person. Oh yeah, so I need to figure out who's going to be my other quote unquote tank. Okay, hold on. So this is, the showdown is starting, so I'm going to give myself 1 survival and 1 brain for my stone noses. This would have been when we departed. You're going to go up to max from either the gloves or the boots. When you depart, you gain survival. Yeah, so it's either going to be Valera. It's probably not Tyrande. Okay, so Valera goes there, and it can stay there. Okay. All right. So I think we did go over the gear pretty in depth. I might have glossed over a couple of the finer details. So the reason that I get the +1 evasion here is because I have created this kind of socket. I probably should have talked about this in the last video, but I think I was trying to go quickly, or just, But so you can see that I've created kind of like this square, right? There's like half square, full square. Okay. Everybody understands how that works. You can only make them in cardinal directions, of course. And now this puzzle piece here is a denotion that when you have both a blue and a red square being created from this piece, now that's the important part. The puzzle piece indicates that it has to originate from that piece. There are other cards, which I don't have right now, but we can look at. It's not going to be any of these. It's going to be these. There are other cards, like, not going to be those either. It's going to be these. The third. There are other cards, like the monster tooth necklace. And you can see that there is no key, right? There's no kind of lock, right? There's no puzzle piece. And so that means that as long as there are 2 full affinity squares created, whether they're from this piece or any 2 other pieces, you don't even have to have 1 here. You could have 2 other squares somewhere else, and that would still fulfill this secondary effect of gaining +1 strength, right? So the piece of gear by itself generates 1 strength, and if you have 2 red affinities, you will have another +1 strength. That's how that works. Additionally, the rawhide headband lets you spend an action to look at the top 2 AI cards, which are these ones, and put them back on the deck in any order. I don't often do that. I think that people say it's really good, but I don't find it useful very often. I'd rather just swing. Also, I'm kind of being a little bit of a cottonhead ninny muggins because I can't have both the rawhide pants and the cloth armor on because they are both waist or, kind of leg items. So just get rid of that. Everything looks kosher. And now we can, I think we're all set up pretty much to begin this fight. But in an effort to make these kind of like digestible and serializable, I don't know. I'm going to stop it here. And when we come back, we're going to do the actual fight. And with the conclusion of this video, you have seen pretty much everything that there is to the core structure of the game. And so you are now well equipped enough to determine if you think that it's something that you would like or want to try. I would highly recommend, just throwing $20 at the key and seeing if it's something that you think that you would like. there are all the rules are actually in this book. I know the rules because I own the game and I played it a bit. So I don't like refer to them very often, but everything is here. This is such there's so much possibility here. So uh, you've seen it, and I'm going to continue to play this campaign because I'm excited now. And so that's that. We're going to end it here. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the Dungeon Guru, and stay safe down there.